Hello, 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 sellers. Come on in, come on in. I'm Kathy Terrell, and I love to be selling. And what we're going to work on today, and I love doing this, by the way. I do this with my members and love to be selling insider. I do this with private clients. And a lot of times I talk about this kind of thing in meetings with different teams on eBay. So come on in and let's talk. Why did this sell? And a similar listing didn't sell. I think it's so helpful because people will tell you source this, buy this, buy this. And I'm going to look at a huge category that's very popular, that has a good sell through rate, that a lot of people sell. And so to look at a popular category, to look at the listings, and then to look at two very similar listings and why one sold and one didn't sell, and different ideas. And included in it is tips for when you're revising a listing. Because when listings have been up for a while, and I'm going to be looking at a handbag and a modern handbag, but typically a modern item, modern clothing, modern home decor, unless it's very unusual, very unique. Maybe it was a very limited edition. Really should sell like in 6 months or less, and hopefully even less than that. If it doesn't, if it's hanging out, eBay will encourage you to revise the listing. But then the question is, but what do I do to it? It's like, okay, you're encouraging me to revise the listing. You're encouraging me to look at the listing, but I don't know what to do. And that's where I can come in. This is where I help people. I help sellers. I help my members. I help private clients to look at things with fresh eyes. And that's why I picked these two listings to look at, because they are so similar. And just, it gets the creative juices flowing. And I think it's so helpful to look at things visually. They're both very good listings, by the way, to look at things visually, because we're visual learners. And the way most of us learn is by seeing. Doing is great, but I see it, then I get it. I'm like, oh, that's what they're talking about. And then I can go and use that information when I'm listing my items. Now, what I picked was Michael Kors handbags. And for those of you who don't sell handbags, don't be running away going, oh, I don't sell handbags. The information I'm going to share is useful no matter what category you're selling in, whether it's jewelry. It could be, so anything in clothing, but it could also work for home decor. It can work for electronics. I picked Michael Kors because it is a very large category. I'm actually going to look at it. I believe for handbags, there's over 44,000 listed. So the first thing when you're looking at a big category like that, I encourage you to go and take a look at Terapeak, because it will give you an idea of the sell-through rate. Now, what the sell-through rate is how popular is this? Is it getting searched? Is it getting sold? So sell-through rate is listings compared to solds, because that's what we're interested in. A category might have a ton of listings, but they're not selling. And another category could actually have fewer listings, but they sell really fast, which is why there might be fewer listings. And you want to know, like, just how quickly, like, can I get an idea of how fast this is going to sell? The other thing when you're on Terapeak using product research, it's in Seller Hub, you can sort by format. And it's very interesting, because oftentimes what will happen is we're very used to listing a certain way. I always list fixed price. I always list fixed price with best offer. I always do auction. I always do auction with best offer. And it's good to look, even if you recently sold it, even 4 months ago, 5 months ago, it can change. E-commerce changes like that. It changes so quickly. Trends can change. How people shop can change. And you want to stay on top of it, because clearly what you're after is to sell the item as quickly as possible for the best price possible. And their choice of listing format can help. And typically in the back of my mind, I would think high-end handbag, Michael Kors. I would go best offer. This is just off the top of my head. I would go best offer, I'd price it a little high, especially when it's a brand new listing. It's like, let me just price it a little high and I'll throw best offer on it just to sort of see, put my toe in the water, see if I get some offers, see what's going on. But this is the thing that was interesting. So when I went on Terapeak, and I did a very broad search. I just searched Michael Kors handbags. I didn't filter by price, nothing, just Michael Kors handbags, solds. Is what I got was in the past 30 days for the sell-through rate was best offer sold at 3.71%. Okay, not very good. Fixed price, just it's sold at the straight fixed price, 7.95. So interesting, a lot more sold at the fixed price. Now, this doesn't mean I don't do best offer, but it lets me know a lot more sold at the fixed price. Interesting. Perhaps because the seller priced it really well and the person didn't want to risk sending an offer and not getting the item. So they just paid the full price. So just keep that in mind. But this is the thing that I found so interesting with the Michael Kors handbags. This is the past 30 days. 10.41 sell-through rate, auction. Now, isn't that interesting? Because over 80% of eBay listings are fixed price, if you're not aware of that. It's a minority now that are auction. But for Michael Kors handbags, and again, this was a general search. I did not filter by price, color, nothing. 10.41 by auction. So let's take a look at Michael Kors handbags. So that's just food for thought. I always do this, Kathy. Good. Just do yourself a favor. Just check Terapeak, check the solds, and filter by format. Okay. So let's take a look at Michael Kors handbags. Okay. I just did a search, Michael Kors handbags. Okay. Michael Kors bag. I made it really general. I didn't do purse. I didn't do shoulder bag. I just did Michael Kors bag. Okay. And then what I did was I then sorted by Michael Kors completed and went, hey, Russell, how are you? And the reason that I did completed, let me just pull this out and I'm going to show you the completed. The reason to do completed when you're doing research is you want to see what sold and what didn't sell. Because what you're looking at is, do I see any trends for the ones that sold? And Terapeak actually got me off on the right foot because I'm noticing that the auctions sell. I'm like, oh, that surprised me. It really did, especially with a higher end handbag. I was like, well, really? Thank you, Terapeak. Now I have more information. So then I looked at completes. So let me go there. And let me just pull this up. And this was the completed. And again, this is just recent. And I did completed. Now, if you're not familiar with how completes look when you search them on eBay, is if it's in green, it means it's sold. If it's black, it didn't sell. So I look right here, nice black bag, green bag up at the top. Okay. Hang on a second. I'm just like going through this. Here we go. Green sold, pretty red sold. Okay, pretty color. Black didn't sell. Teal sold. Pale pink didn't sell. You just sort of scroll through. And this is what caught my eye. So back up here is the green satchel, purse, bag, crossbody, olive green, sold for $64. You see up on the right-hand side. Hang on a second, and I will put my little thing on and see if you see this. $64, one bid. Okay, so next tip on auctions is price it. If it only gets one bid, that you're okay. So again, some things, yes, you can still do the 99-cent auctions like many, many years ago for those of us who've been selling on eBay for a while. And things will get bid up, highly collectible, yada, yada. You've done your research. But by and large, you want to price it that if you get one bid, that you're okay. So this lovely green bag sold with one bid, okay, $64 with paid shipping in auction. Now, this is what I want you to take a look at. So scroll down. This green bag, and I picked the two green bags because they were both in auction. So I want to compare apples to apples. Similar colors, slightly different. So if somebody really likes the one shade of green more than the other shade of green, I get it. But the interesting thing is this bag has a duster. And typically a dust bag makes it more attractive. It's like an accessory. And it didn't sell. Okay. So it was the same starting price, $64.99. Hang on a second. Let me just scroll back up. It was a few dollars more shipping. I'm sorry, 64. This one's $69.99. So 99 cents more. Shipping here $12.99. Shipping here $8.14. So $4 more. But it's not like it's $20 or $30. But again, you know, that's like $5 more. So that might factor in. But the $64.99 has the dust bag. And again, typically a dust bag, you'll get more money for the bag. So then I looked at, okay, why did the one green bag sell right away and the other green bag didn't, even though they had the dust bag? And they are slightly different color. So that could be it. They really like this dark olive green, and that was it. Okay. So that's one thought. And then the other thing was, though, but look at this listing. Hang on a second. And I'm going to okay, good. There it is. So I'm going to show you the listing and we're going to take it apart. So why did the one listing sell and the other one didn't? Yes, it could just be the color. It could have been the time and day that the auction ended. It was just like right place, right time. We've all had that happen where the item sold. We had something similar. We listed it and then similar item didn't sell. It's like right place, right time. It was just the right buyer, the right item, the right time. They bought it. They're happy. They're great. Okay. But I want you to take a look at this listing because it could have something to do with that too. So let's just take a look at the listing and we will see. Here we are. Is that it? Nope. Nope. This is it. Okay. So let's take a look at the listing. This is the listing. First, really good, extensive keywords in the title. Somebody knows how to really write a title for a bag. So look at this. We're leading with the brand. Kellen must be the style. Okay, so they know the style of their bag, which will help them. Medium satchel. So they know the different sizes of Michael Kors. They know this is a medium satchel. They also put in purse because to some people this will be a purse. Bag, yeah, like me. I searched Michael Kors bag. Crossbody. Now, why is it being called a crossbody? And if you're unfamiliar with any terms that when you look at shirts, like on shirts, it could be cold shoulder, cap sleeve, you know, anything like that. When they discuss the fabric that it's wicking, if you don't know what it is, just search on the internet. What is a crossbody? And it will absolutely tell you what a crossbody bag is. What is a hobo? What is a shoulder bag? It's good to know the terms when you're listing in the categories. So crossbody. And the other thing with crossbody, let me see if you can see it here. No. Okay, so when you do a general search on eBay for bag, Michael Kors bag, across the top are tiles, which are the styles, so shoulder bag, purse, and one of them is crossbody. So that's a big keyword. When I see the tiles across the top, which are the filters, it lets me know that those are important keywords, and crossbody is one of them. Green, the color, Saffiano leather. So they've gone to a lot of trouble. They know a lot of detail about their bag, okay? And olive green too. They've also done a ton of pictures. So just look at this. We got the bag. They're giving you the description as a picture. Interesting, okay? Showing you the lining, the zippers, Michael Kors. I'm seeing all the details at close-up so I can see the wear. Smart, including the hardware. Very smart. Close up on the Michael Kors branding. All of this is great. I'm seeing the detailing, and the reason for this, particularly on the purses, because I was looking at some, again, I'm showing if there's any scuffing, any marks, okay? This also protects you if you get any kind of item not as described, yada, yada, is you've got the picture showing, I see no scuffs, none, okay? And if they had one, the seller, because this is somebody with 100% positive feedback with quite a bit of feedback, if there is a scuff or a mark of any kind, you take a picture and you call it out, okay? So lots of good pictures, okay? And including they take the strap off and show it on the side so that you know it can be just used as a handbag. And the interesting thing is this was the hero image. The hero image was this, the bag with the strap to the side, so you could see it could be used either way. So this is what this seller chose as the hero image. So extensive pictures, really good title. They clearly done their homework. and calling it out as a crossbody, and then showing all the wear and tear on the bag, which was like zip, and showing how clean the lining is. Okay, good, good, good job. Now, let's look at the other listing, which is also a very good listing, and see if we can see the differences between the one that sold and the one that didn't sell. So this is the one with the duster bag. Again, with an accessory. So for instance, I might have the necklace with the earrings. I might have the sneakers and it comes with an extra pair of laces, okay? Whether it has the original box. And that's true for dolls, collectibles, all kinds of things. So this seller, and this is the hero image they picked. Now, hero image is the first image in the listing. And they picked this image of the bag with the duster bag, which is smart. They're showing off the duster bag. And this is being nitsy, but you'll notice that the side of the bag is slightly cropped out, which I don't know if the seller noticed that. And they would have been better off to push the bag a little bit more towards the middle. And you can still see the duster bag, but you can see the entire bag, which you want them to be able to on the hero image. Really good job with showing the hardware, but they should have pushed the bag a little bit more towards center so I can see the whole thing. But look at the title. Michael Kors green handbag with duster bag, new without tags. And think about the keywords in the other one. This also, and I actually had to read through the listing to find this out, okay? This one also, and I'm going to show you because I'm going to flip through the pictures. Again, good detailing, showing me all the pictures. It has the strap. This is a cross body bag. And I would have said that Michael Kors green handbag. It's also leather. Remember the other one called out? Because at Michael Kors, there was a signature fabric, so not everything is necessarily leather. So Michael Kors green leather handbag. Green leather crossbody handbag purse tote. Okay? Take off the asterisks. You don't want to do extra punctuation. Okay? And you don't need it. It's clear with duster bag. You don't need to put little asterisks on it. It can actually hurt you as far as how search is reading you. So take little asterisks off. Don't do emojis. None of that. And you could just describe the handbag and then duster bag. You don't need to do with, but it's totally fine to do with. And also no reason to do the condition, because if you look at the listing, see title, and then see condition, new without tags, that shows very, very clearly in the way the eBay listings show. So better off to use the title area for keywords. And if you're not aware of this, eBay searches your title for keywords. It searches your title and it searches your item specifics. Okay. And yes, they're going to be duplicated a lot, but good, do it. You want to make sure you show up in search. Michael Kors, green leather handbag purse, however you want to call this, cross body. I definitely get leather in. And then again, yes, that it has the duster bag. No reason to say new without tags. And what I would do to make it very clear, it has that crossbody strap. And now I'm going to flip through it. Again, very good pictures. I see that it's clean. Is in this picture, again, the hero image, what I would do is move the bag a little bit over towards the center. And then you take that strap and just curl it like through the middle, roll it just so that you get the strap in the first picture. So they see beautiful bag with the Michael Kors metal logo with the duster bag. And I see the strap because clearly the cross body, it's showing me that it has more flexibility because the hero image doesn't show the strap. The title doesn't let me know it has a strap, doesn't let me know it's crossbody. I would have to flip through the pictures or read the description. In the description, the seller mentions the strap. But I may not do that. The seller might just see the bag of the thing and think, oh, she doesn't have the strap, it's just the purse, and just keep going. And when I read the description, it's clearly a wonderful seller who's selling her personal items. And she just doesn't use this. I mean, she even says like new without tags that it's absolutely pristine condition. Okay. So, and reading it, reading the description, I would get that she's selling her own personal bag. This is not a professional reseller, um, necessarily. And put those keywords in the title. Get crossbody in there, get leather in there, get the picture of the strap, get the strap in the first image. Do not assume that your buyers are going to read your description because they're flipping through, right? I actually heard the other day in a presentation from eBay staff that 90% of our shoppers now are on mobile, and that's particularly in the clothing and accessories line. Very much true. So they're on their phone and they're just scrolling. And if I just see the bag with the duster bag, I mean, it's great it has the duster bag, but I don't know, it has a strap. So put that strap in the first image. So those are my tips for you, is really look at your title. And again, it's in the description, and I can understand, you know, you're thinking, well, it's in the description. Get it in the title, the leather, the color, the brand. What does it come with? Straps, hook, eye, comes with earrings and necklace. It's a set. It has a bag. It has a box. Let them know in the title, okay? But not new with box. It would be with box. It's also showing, excuse me, if it's new with box, it's going to be in the condition thing. It'll show new with box, new with tags, okay? But that's something you could put in the description. Has original store box, okay? So for instance, the back to this one. Hang on a second. Let me just pull it up. This is what happens when I talk without thinking, is you do not want the condition new without retail tags in the title because it's in the condition field. So use that title. Again, the duster bag is good because not all the listings have it, okay? Is let them know that it has the bag. Put that in the title. There's no reason to repeat the condition in the title, okay? And again, all of this is about, why isn't this selling? Why didn't this sell? How can I make my items more irresistible to shoppers? And I've got some free tips for you. So if you hop over to my website, ilovetobeselling.com, I've got top 10 tips to ignite eBay summer sales. And this is free, free, free. Just grab it. It is my gift to you. I worked in retail over 15 years. I sold on QVC for over 6 years. I love to bring my retail knowledge to my eBay seller friends so that you can use that, things like the leather, the color, the strap, any accessories, that you can make sure that's really called out in your listing. And you might have forgotten, like, oh, it's in my description. Or you might have thought you put it in your title. Sometimes we're just working so quickly and you're like, oh, I forgot to put that in there. Is get it in there, because again, people are scrolling, they're scrolling, they're scrolling. Your title, your hero image, that first image, is so, so important. So grab my free tips, top 10 tips to ignite your eBay summer sales, and watch your sales increase. I'm Kathy, and I love to be selling. Bye-bye, everybody.